Hello everybody, Spooky Cookie here today with another amazing video. And today I'll be doing my elf deck for Magic the Gathering. This will be a deck profile. This idea came from, the main deck idea came from Bad Boy, or Bad Wolf Gaming, I don't know, anyways. Bad Boy, MTG, I don't remember. Anyways, so this is Elves, it's a 60 card deck. I think I'm running 60 cards, I should be. But anyways, the main focus of the deck is Elves. And this Elves deck does run Infect, which most people do not enjoy playing against. But I enjoy running it, because it is fun. Let's see if I can get this to focus better. There we go. So first off, let's split this in half. Just creatures, it's first, there we go. That way it's smaller in my hand. So anyways, every Elf deck is running Llanowar Elves and Elvish Mystic. Because what these do is for one, and tap one, you can add another force to your mana pool. So I run 4 Llanowars and 4 Elvish Mystics. That just gives you a great mana base and mana ramp fast. So there we go. And then up next, there's the legendaries of some of the key cards in this deck that I run. I have Dwenning's Guiltleaf Dane for 4. It's got Reach. Other elf creatures I control get +1/+1. Whenever Dwayne attacks, you gain 1 life for each attacking elf you control. So this is huge for life gain because you get all your elves out in a few turns and you have lots of life and you win. So it doesn't really matter. But anyways, this deck does focus a lot on +1/+1s. And you'll see why in a minute, just because it's just awesome the way it runs. So anyways, next we have Marwyn the Nurturer. For 3, she's another legendary. Whenever another elf enters the battlefield under my control, I put a +1/+1 on Marwyn. So you play her at the very beginning, you drop all your elves, and boom, she gets really, really big and scary. And then you add an amount of forest mana equal to your Marwyn's power. So say you played 10 elves after her, and you get 10 mana. It's just insane. Izuri Renegade Leader. I run 2 of these. So it's another 3-drop. For 1, regenerate target elf, but the main reason I run it is for its 4-drop ability. Oh, I'm sorry, 5. I can't count. Elf creatures you control get +3/+3 and gain trample until end of turn. So you have all these creatures out, your little 1/1 elves. Now they're +3/+3 and have trample. Now add that with another +1, another +1, another +1. They have they're 10/10s with trample. So then we have Imperious Perfect. I run 2 of these. They're 3-drops. Other elf creatures you control get +1/+1. So there's another +1 to your elves. Put a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token onto the battlefield. So it just creates more elves. So 2 of those. Elvish Clan Caller. Other elves get +1/+1. It's only 2 drops, so it's a little bit better. For 6, you may search your library for another Elvish Clan Caller, put into the battlefield, and shuffle your library, but I only have 1. I need to get another. Then we have Drogo Warcaller. I run 2 of these. For 1, it's got multi-kicker, so if you got lots of mana left over just to pour into this dude, Warcaller enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each time it was kicked. Other elf creatures I control get +1/+1 for each 1/1 on Drogo Warcaller. So if I, let's see, tap 10, that'll be 5 +1/+1s on him. That all my other creatures get +5/+5. So it's just insane. Elvis Archdruid. I run 4 of this guy. For 3, other elves I control get +1/+1. And I add 1 to my mana pool for each elf I control. So if I have 20 elves on my bench, which is not bench, on the battlefield, I get +20, 40, 60, 80 if I have all these guys on the field. So I am set for days on mana. So then we have Taunting Elf. This guy is super important to this deck. So when I swing with everything after they have +20/+20 with trample and infect, this guy comes into play. They all have to block him. Everything goes through no matter what. Game over. So all creatures able to block Taunting Elf do so. So super good guy to have on the bench or on the field. My gosh, I've been playing Pokemon too much. So anyways, Arbor Elf, I have 2 of these on tap for target 4, so pretty much like Elvish Mystic and Linvor Elf, pretty much the same thing. Elvish Visionary for 2, when it enters the battlefield, I draw a card, I run 4 of those. For card draw, Jagged Scar Archers for 3. Jagged Scar's Archers' power and toughness are equal to the number of elves you control, so another one that just builds up and builds up. And you can tap it and it deals that much damage to a creature with flying. Dwennan's Elite, I have 2 of these. And when Dwennan's Elite enters the battlefield, if you control another elf, put a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token onto the battlefield. So it just builds up your elf base. Copperhorn Scout, whenever Copperhorn Scout attacks, untap every other creature you control. Then Regal Force for 7. I don't really play this guy as much, but when I do have the chance, I do. When Regal Force enters the battlefield, draw a card for each green creature you control. So that's a lot of cards you just drew. Then you're able to play them because you have all the mana in the world. Alright, moving on to our sorceries. I don't have any instants in this deck. But this card right here, I have 2 of them. Triumph of the Hordes is absolutely insane. I absolutely love this card. It is amazing. For 4, until end of turn, creatures you control get +1, gain Trample, and Infect. And if you do not know what Infect is, if a creature deals damage to another creature, it deals in the form of -1, -1s. So it just whittles them down. Or, if you hit a player with an Infect, for every Infect counter on them, if they have 10 encounters on them of Infect, they automatically lose the game. So, pretty insane. So, love this card. It is, I can't remember, I think it was $10 what I paid for those. So, Stream of Life, for tap X and 1, target playing gains X life. So, just gain life if you have all that extra mana in your pool. Overrun, I have 2 of these. For 5, creatures I control get +3/+3, gain Trample until end of turn. So just make sure my creatures get really big before I attack. Leave the Stampede, I have 4. For 3, look at the top 5 cards. You may reveal any number of creature cards from among them and put them into my hand. So, I get all my elves this way. You see, Elvish Promenade, I have 2. For 4, put a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token onto the battlefield for each elf you control. So your tribal elves, this is a card for you. So if you already have 10 on there, you get another 10 automatically. You should play 2 of those, get 20. Or 30, I don't know. Math is hard. Harmonize, draw 3 cards. So just more card draw. Moving on to Lures. We'll just read this because it's easier. So same as Taunting Elf, all creatures able to block enchanted creature do so. It is a little bit more spendy than Taunting Elf, but it does the job just fine. Because you're going to attach it to anyone. So anyways, that is all those spell cards. And we have, oh, what do we got here? Oh, just another line. Anyways, I'll count these out for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I run 18 forests in this deck. But this deck is insane. I love it to death. But the original idea of this main setup was not originally mine. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it and giving you a chance to look into Magic more if you've never played it before. So anyways, thank you again for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day and peace out, everybody.